Hi there. Today I'm going to show you how to paint this beautiful sign. It will be reversible in the end, but for today I'm just going to show you this side. This is the inspiration for my sign, for the sunflower on my sign. So I was redoing my daughter's bedroom and I painted her little side table white and put the sunflower on it, which I thought turned out so cute. So yeah, hoping that it's gonna look okay on top of the burgundy. I just moved everything else out of the way for now. I just need the black. And because I also paint furniture, I have these little testers hanging around. You buy those at Home Depot for like $5. And so I had a black, so I thought I'll just save myself some trouble and just dip it right in. So you don't have to be too particular. If there's a bit of wood showing through, it's okay. You're going to cover it up with the burgundy, and it'll be nice to have, to still be able to see a little bit of wood, but also see the black showing through. So basically, it doesn't have to be perfect, but you're gonna wanna do, actually you could do the whole board black. So once I'm done this side, I'll even just flip it over and do the other side, even if it's not even completely dry, because I have the drop cloth to protect my table, and also because you're gonna be putting a color over top of the black anyway, so it's okay if it gets a little bit messed up. So you want to do the whole board, the top, the bottom, the sides, both sides, and the edges. So the black dried pretty quickly. It soaked right into that wood. So I did both sides and the edges. I just went and washed the black off of my brush, and basically I came back and I just sort of went over it with a dry cloth a little bit, and it's dry. You can also use a hair dryer if you're impatient and it's feeling like it's taking too long to dry. So now I'm going to start the burgundy, and I want to just leave a little bit of black showing through in some spots, a little bit of wood showing through in other spots. So you just kind of want to go a little lighter in some spots, press a little harder in other spots with the brush. And then when we get down to the bottom and the whole side is burgundy, then we'll go and we'll go right from the top all the way to the bottom and do nice, solid, smooth strokes. But I'm just going to get down here to the bottom first. Okay, so I'm just going to put a little more paint here on my brush. And then I want to go, like I said before, you want to go all the way from the top, one nice long smooth stroke all the way to the bottom, and back up until you go all the way across your board. You want nice long even strokes. And that's the last step before you start doing your letters. So we're not going to worry about the sides just yet. And I'm just going to add a little bit more red here. I think maybe there was a little spot that the black wasn't quite dry, but that's all right. Again, it's rustic, so it's not meant to look perfect. It's meant to look old, and that's the beauty of it. You can add more paint where you like. And I'm pretty happy with that now. So now I'm going to probably get my hair dryer and dry that so I can start the next step. So I decided I'm going to do the sunflower first. So I'm just going to do the inner part, the circular part, And it doesn't have to be a perfect circle. Flowers aren't perfect. But what you want to do is you want to keep it about an inch on either side of the board here. And then you want to do, let's see, we're going to do 4 petals going out from the middle. 1, we're going to leave a little bit of a space there. 2, 3, 4, and then you're going to have a few coming off the edge of your board, 5 and 6, and then you're going to have some coming in between each, in between the two. So like that. So the reason I did my sunflower before my writing is that in case it was big, too big, and I wanted to overlap with my writing. But this one I don't think is going to be, my writing's not going to overlap it. But I also wanted to start at the top, just so I just had to dry this little area with my hair dryer to get started. So I'm starting with so this is bright yellow and cinnamon brown for the base of the sunflower. So I had my brushes sitting in the water there so they could get wet. So I'll just actually start doing the center first. So you just want to do this is the base coat, and then what we'll do is we'll go, once this base coat is dry, we'll see if we need another coat of it. I also wanted to show you a little trick that I do. I always have Q-tips handy, and what I do is I just lick the one end of the Q-tip. If I kind of go out of the lines a little bit, I can go along there and wipe off where I messed up. And you're going to you're going to do the petals that are underneath. Is where you're going to do the shading. And then what you could do is you could kind of come around and shade the base of the petals as well. So I'm not sure what, there's a little piece there. My next step for the sunflower is that I just mixed a bit of the yellow and white together to make this lighter yellow color. And as always, I wet my brush first. Got it good and wet. And I'm just kind of going to go in the middle. The petals to give it some highlight. Now I like to use my fingers when I'm painting. to just find that my finger just blends colors together really well. And then I'm actually going to get a dry brush for this, or actually you could just use your finger. That's what I'll do. I'm just going to get some white on my finger, dab it on the paper towel, and then I'm just going to come in, do a little highlight in the middle. Just like that. And then actually you can do white highlights with your finger on the petals as well. It just gives those petals some good depth. And for the last step of my sunflower, again, I want to wet my brush. This is the little number 4 detail brush. And I'm just going to get a little bit of black on my brush. And then you want to just make some little half circle little thingies. Getting all technical, the word thingy. And you might need to reload, dip it in the water first, and more paint. Sorry, I'm trying to multitask and record this. I had bought these stencils at Michael's a while back, and as you can see from the paint, they've been used several times. So basically I just eyeballed to make, just to see that the W was in the center. Okay, so I'm really happy with how this burgundy turned out. It's nice and dark, just like I wanted it. Wanted to do a burgundy sign for a while. So with the letters, you don't want to put too much paint on your brush because you'll get bleed through around the edges. It's fine to get some bleed through, like you will for sure, but you don't want too much. So you want to kind of blot the extra off, because we are going to go around the edge of all the letters at the end with the burgundy to touch up the bleed through. But you kind of even almost want it like rustic. So it's not, you just have to be really mindful of not having too much paint on your brush. You almost want to dry brush it on. You are going to need a staple gun to staple your wreath on. Sorry, it's a bit loud. And if you don't want to put a wreath on, that's okay. You'll just use the O of the stencil set. I think 4 staples is probably plenty. And there you have it. I'm just going around the edges of the letters with the burgundy just to touch up any little spots where there was bleed through. It's not too bad because I've gotten better at not using too much paint. And then once I'm done this, the last step is just to put on some clear varnish because it's a sign that will most likely be outside. So you're going to want to protect it with an outdoor exterior varnish of some sort. Thanks for watching my video today, and if you liked it, give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel.